Good morning, and how are you doing today? We are back bigger and better. It's a bright morning. Chizokusenga Molio fog and mist around, metropolitan parts of Kampala. But also, Namu Abasuza Mchalo, money is crossing over with the new year. Well, we are here one more time today. Gonna patwogera ku bavubuka. Banaga bavubuka waliwo campet jabatese njagala. We listen and also participate. Go na omzadde badogamba your neighborhood is not really good, some schools are not really fair. Here are the great people. I do have Arthur D. Mugume. He is a pastor, teens pastor at Christ Heart Ministries International, together with Patience Alaso. She is the leader of the teens right over there. This amazing event that has been prepared for children. Who qualifies? What is the eligibility? And what do you need to join this youth discipleship camp? Twayinga kongo kwesa numbers from Savanya Mkaga ana atano Nkaga and tag us on the social media handles at Promise TV UG on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube as well. But for now, we are commencing in the conversation. Yunasuka kubanga tegeda how their Christmas was. Good morning, Arthur. Good morning, Patience.
Good morning.
Maya manya gaga soundinga gechigaga. Mutuleke gwono ku nsimbi kubanga Arthur olabe lye nyo ku pronounce nganga olide kono kuchencha.
Mazima.
Ogamba Patience. I mean it really flows. But how have you guys been?
I've personally been amazing. Christmas was a very beautiful one.
Okay.
It was short-lived, but anyway, things come and go. There's a time for everything. But it was an amazing season.
What made it sad?
Family. Family is everything. One person asked me a question: if Santa came today to your household and they wanted to visit you, what's the most surprising thing they'll find? And my response was, Santa will be very disappointed to find that we do not need his gifts, because as a family, we're always the best gift for each other.
Best gift of each other. Kakati, waliwo atulaba Patience. N'ekintu ky'oguddewo njagala okimalirize. You are showing us that the gift of family is something really, really important.
Yes, it's very
What are you most proud about in your family?
That we are very God-fearing and rooted in Christ, and that's the one thing that every family needs to have. Grooming a child up in a family that fears the Lord or trusts that in every situation they are not alone. I think that's the best enlightenment any family could have.
Wow. That's a good one from Arthur. Arthur, you are a pastor.
Usumba Subi, good morning viewers. I'm happy to be here.
Wow.
Usumba Subi Nadaluwa Babuka. I think we're having a great time with them.
Wow.
Yeah, and for my Christmas, equally the same. Christmas was good. Good time with family. We danced a lot. We danced. Some of the dances are very embarrassing, but yeah, lots of dancing, games. We had a good time with each other, so I can't complain. Yeah.
Wow. We have just a few days to end the year.
Yeah.
How was your 2025?
2025 was eventful for me. I'm very grateful to God. I'm not the kind that sets out with the resolutions and all that. Yes, I do have goals as a person.
But Patience, new me, new year.
Yeah, but for me, usually my life is a journey. So I measure each year. I'm like, okay, last year, where was I? Where do I want to be this year? Not necessarily scripting down resolutions,
yes,
but seeing my journey from where I am and where I intend to go. So for me, last year was pretty much good. In the professional world, it was also good. We had a few deals coming in here and there. On the spiritual side of things, I was inducted as a pastor.
Oh, sure.
See that coming. But, it's been a roller coaster, amazing, full of I don't know. It's been really nice for me, I must say.
Wow. Pastor Mugobe wawa kulaba abuzo oli married oba asobola kuyisawo application?
Applications, I've been receiving applications till about 7 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's when I got married. I'll be making 7 in the coming 2 months. Yeah, so very married to one wife.
Wow. Akawan wife ako kasi zokwagala.
Yes, and she's female.
Oh wow. Patience.
Yes.
How would you tell us about your 2025?
2025, even as it comes to an end, I think it's been a year when I've witnessed and experienced God's favor, but it also has been a very trying year.
Yeah.
Alongside Papio, I came in.
Mumuita Papio. Kakati zomuda nduwa nga musumba kakati ngeje funyeri yangu wa Papio. Naye amanya mugafuna mutyago.
Nah, the spirit led. The names are spirit led. Yes, so I serve as a minister at Christ's Heart, and that's not how my 2024 looked like. At least even by the time I was ending the year, it didn't look any close to that. But we bless the Lord because it has been by His grace that we have been able to fully be available in the ministry and support the teenagers literally every day. We thought it would be a weekend, but you get to immerse yourself in their lives. And so for me, it's been a trying season because here you are into something really new, and I would compare it to a business. And with a business, the first years are always trying. You are trying to understand how to do this. You're probably new at something. So at the end of the day, it's taken the grace of God, but it's also been a very fruitful year for me as an individual. And I can only wait to see what 2026 has in store for me.
Qualifier regalo Patience. Tori wangu wakuzikiza.
Yes, I'm very spontaneous.
Wow, what is it like working with the young people? Go out of your observation,
For me, I think it's a calling. I believe it's a calling because I'm a young person myself.
Yes.
And it gives me the greatest fulfillment to impact in their lives in one way or the other, to like open their eyes to see the opportunities around them, and to also walk the journey of growth with them. So what I've seen are moments of trials. Many of them are tried in one way or the other. Many of them lack in a few things, but I've also seen immense talent in them. And it gives me so much hope about the few years that are coming for the young generation, especially here in Uganda, because I'm seeing many of them are talented in one way or the other. They can do this and that, and if that is empowered or handled very well spiritually, mentally, then we are going to groom the greatest generation we will ever have as a country.
Working encyclopedia. Wama batugambe Papio. Agamanya mugajjawo. Kakali nange 26 negatandika mumpita batya bannange.
Tugenda kufunira yo she's last year.
Ngabona gagune yo. Papio, ukoze n'abaana abato.
Yes.
What have you observed and seen?
So, like she said, working with the young people is it's fulfilling, but at the same time it's intriguing.
Yes.
They're like a puzzle, and for me, one thing I would say is don't try to understand them, just walk with them. Just walk with them, be available to them, listen to them, because if you try to understand, there's so much you will not understand about them. But again, another thing is at that age, especially the teenagers, that's a very critical stage in life. They're very curious, they're asking so many questions. So if they learn in the right mentorship, I believe we can lift up a generation, just like our apostle says, we are raising an apostolic generation. I believe that's the stage that is very critical for us to realize that dream by being available to them, mentoring them, not exactly trying to understand them, but just being available to them. Yeah, and that's what we are doing at Christ's Heart. We have a group of vibrant young people, teenagers full of energy, and we are very excited to be serving with them. Wow. Yeah.
Youth Discipleship Camp.
Yes.
Tell us about this. Is it the first of a kind? Have you guys had some before?
Yeah, so our Youth Discipleship Camp targets mainly the young people from about 10 years to 20 years. This is the third of its kind.
Okay.
We started humbly, but it's been growing. We've seen the favor of God upon us. So this is the third one. It's happening, usually happens at the beginning of the year. We feel like this is the time where it's a little bit, bit calm, especially for them as young people. They are transitioning from one phase by phase I mean, most of them are moving from one class to the other. Yeah, so it's a little bit quiet, change of season. So I feel like for us it's a very opportune moment to be able to spend a bit of time with them, to speak into their lives. Yeah, so this is the third one of its kind. Yeah.
What's the inspiration behind having these camps?
Yeah, again, like I said, young people are very, very interesting. They, from working with them, I don't want to say they hide a lot, but they have so much that is going on in their lives.
Yeah.
They do share, but they share only much with their close relatives, their parents. So some of them will confide in their peers, some of them will confide in social media, and that's why. And now we are in the age of AI, these chatbots, and we've seen young people, spending a lot of time chatting with these chatbots because they feel like, okay, these chatbots, I can tell them my issues, I will not be judged. So we take time off to spend time with them. We are not exactly their biological parents, but we've tried to, like I said, we do not try to understand them, but we try to be available to them. And like, I want to just listen to you. Tell me what's going on with your life. What are the challenges? I'm here to listen to you. So that's why for us it's very, very important that we have this camp. Again, in as much as we spend time with them, but also get to spend time with each other. And like I said, this age is an age of curiosity. They're trying to bond with one another, and for them the bonding is what brings meaning to life.
Yes.
Yeah, so we collect them in one place, spend time together, pray together, fast together, we counsel each other, we do everything together. So, and we feel like this is really very, very important for them, and that's why we do these camps every other year at the beginning of the year.
So kubateeka mu line sikugibera at the end of the year I wish I didn't do that mistake in January ndowooza baba bagamba this is what I'm going to change.
Yes.
Patience.
Yes, please.
Kulaba okuba ettendo ne worship.
Yes, I do.
How did you discover that in you? Kubanga very many young people fight to find out who they are.
I discovered it at a very tender age. I think I must have been in my primary 4, because that's when I started getting involved in choir, at school choir, so I would sing in the school choir, but also along the way, because I was in church most of the time, I had people around me, like choir masters that, spotted the talent, the God-given gift, and so they started mentoring me in one way or the other. So I must say it's not something I woke up one day and I'm good at. It took people in my life, and it also took the grace of the Lord for me to discover this, and yes, the rest is history.
But the grace of the Lord.
Yes, it's sufficient. Yeah, but it's really been people that the Lord has brought in my life, because sometimes you might have the talent, but there's no one to spot it.
Yes.
There's no one to walk the journey with you.
Oh, wow. As you guys are preparing this camp, twagala okutegeera, is it free? What should someone pay for to enter?
Yes.
And who qualifies for it?
Yeah, when it comes to the things of God, really always hope that everyone can freely access them, because God has given us all these things freely. However, for this particular camp, there's a fee, and that's 200,000 Ugandan shillings. Considering all the activities they're going to engage in, because some of the activities include aerobics, mentorship sessions in counseling. They're going to learn more about business and entrepreneurship, and of course the prayer bit is fundamental. So there's so much fun-packed activities prepared for them, and that amount of money for close to 7 to 8 days is really realistic.
So when is the camp starting?
It starts on the 4th and then ends on the 11th of January.
Nakunga munana. But to chip in just a little bit, we have a fee to the camp. The fee is a bit, I know it's on the high end, but at the same time, like she said, the content and the material that is going to be delivered and the experience is way more valuable. Actually, it's been discounted. It would have been way higher. But also at the same time, we encourage every parent, every teenager out there to be a part of this. Let not money be a limiting factor. We are listening. If you come to us and you're like, okay, the 200, can I get a discount of 20,000, 30,000? We are listening and we'll be willing to listen to you. So we'd love everybody to be a part of this camp. So let money not be a limiting factor.
Okay. You know, someone is saying, may I have 3 children? And like you said, you have a listening ear. And they're saying, I have 3 children, 200 times 3 is 600. Can I come with Mike, 400, somewhere there?
Yes, we can talk. Definitely, when you come, we will talk. Please come. Please come.
Which ages are we looking at here?
We are looking at 10 to 20.
Okay.
And we chose that age range, not out of the blue. It was specifically designed. So in as much as it's 10 to 20, we are not going to clump all them together. We are going to segment them, and all the material and content will be tailored towards the certain age ranges. Yes, in as much as all of them will be within the camp, but they will be in segments.
Kakati camp, you know, where is it going to be?
The camp is happening at Kampala Quality School in Kisasi. Yeah, it's a good place. It's very secure, and that's why we chose that location. Yeah, so the parents need not to worry about the place.
It's a safe environment. It's condoned, and the facilities are G.
Yes, it's condoned off. Access is restricted in and out. Yeah, so it's very safe.
Wow, patience.
Yes, please.
Kakati omuzadde ali agamba, okay, my child has to come. What do they need to come with? Is there something like some mattresses or something?
Well, the venue is Kampala Quality, as Papia just mentioned, but they are required to come along with a few necessities. For example, a bucket, some blankets, and any other thing, towels.
Soko byogere.
Bucket.
Bucket eyokunaaba.
Blankets.
Eyokwebika.
A towel.
Eyokwekaza.
A toothbrush.
Eyokusenya.
And a few other necessities. Maybe Papia could add on that.
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste. Should they carry bathing soap as well?
Yeah, sure. They should have a sponge.
Personal belongings,
Personal
literally
effects.
thing.
Yes. Never skincare.
Never skincare. Bagina balinda muko. Wala ino see facial beauty competition. But anyway, the most amazing thing is that someone is thinking and saying that I have my fears, you know, that some camps have taken my children before and then things happened over there. How safe is this camp for their children?
Yeah, so those are very genuine fears. As a parent, definitely, there are some of the fears that are shared across. But as a ministry, Christ Church Ministries, we are very responsible. We have systems in place. And before we organize a camp at such a magnitude, there are some of the things that have been well thought through. For example, at the venue, there's segregation of sex or gender. So the dormitories are apart. You don't find girls and boys sleeping sharing in the same dormitories. But then also at the same time, we know just segregating the dormitories may not be enough, because we've seen some of these vices in our schools. So we have full-time dorm leaders that we call mamas and papas. These are adults that watch over. They sleep in the same dormitories where these kids are going to be. So what we are doing in that is we are trying to have a full overview or view of what's going on both at night and during the day, because even in the day, like I said earlier, access in and out is restricted. We will have security on the venue. We will have a medical team that will be 24/7 on the venue to provide things like first aid should a kid fall while they are running or running after each other. So we have a medical team on ground. We have counselors on ground. So we've tried to, in as much as to the best of our abilities, to cover all areas that we think are very paramount and important for the parents, so that as you send us your children, you remain at home, comfortable and with you know, at ease, knowing that your children are in safe hands. And for some parents, we've gone as far as telling them if you need to, you know, to call at certain intervals, maybe to check on the kids. We've shared our numbers.
Okay.
You can call and then talk to the children. Yeah, because there are those parents that are like, no, yeah, I trust you, but I need to talk to my kid every other day. So we've made all that possible.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Papio, you said the 8 days in total, right?
Yes, the 8 days.
So could you paint for us a picture on how one of the days will look like from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed?
Yeah, so we are reporting on the 4th of January
So
in the afternoon.
Okay.
That's after church.
Okay.
So what happens is, actually, we're telling some of our young people, when you come to church in the morning, jangu na akaguguko. Come when you're packed, so that after service there will be costers leaving from the church. We'll just head to the venue. So that would be a reporting day. So on a typical day, which starts on Monday, because that's when our full day activities begin, we wake up very early in the morning at 5. And as believers, you know, you can't wake up to anything other than prayer, you know, so we are waking up to prayer, talking to our God, thanking our God for a new day, asking him, what do you want us to do today? So that's what's going to be happening every morning for all the days. Then after that, you know, we'll head out into the cold to do some aerobics. You know, these are young people full of energy. They need to expend some of that energy. So we'll do some running, some aerobics, some assaulting. So that will be happening in the morning. Then after that, we, you know, get into the showers. And then by that time, it's around early morning, 7, 8, we are having our breakfast.
Yes.
Then we'll head into our classes. We are going to be having classes, and I think we'll talk a little bit more about the classes. But we have several classes that each of the participants will have to choose from. Classes like theology. We have a theology class happening. We have an entrepreneurship class happening. We have a leadership and ministry class happening. We have soap and cosmetics making happening. Crafts. We have AI and robotics, coding happening. Cinematography, filmmaking, script writing. So we have, they're not going to do all the classes, each of the kids, but according to their desires. So a kid can be like, no, me, I want to be jaga kuba musumba zimunteke mu theology kalamba, so you take your theology class.
Esegeza waba atuse bwati ngaganze njagala bya tech nze njagala bya cosmetology.
So there are some shared activities, you know, like praying together, fasting together, but then when it comes to the classes, you follow a class according to your interest.
Wow.
Yes.
Patience, what are we going to real classes in the church? Could you tell us more as well?
Yes, as Papi has mentioned most of what's going to happen, but we are looking at more of a human-centered approach, which is not focusing on the theory of things, but the practicality of everything. Because the one thing with young people is that they get bored so easily. They've been in school for all, you know, an entire year, and you are taking them straight into a blackboard setting. That's not what we're doing. So it's going to be very practical, of course, accompanied with a theory bit. I might be teaching you about entrepreneurship, but you're going to practically leave the camp with a business idea.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, we're going to have some competitions. For those in the business track, they're going to have designed and developed projects. So at the end, I think around the end of the camp, they'll be pitching their ideas. We're going to have debate competitions. We're going to have counseling sessions. So it's mainly going to take a more practical approach compared to a theoretical one.
Wow, I think these are some of the camps we missed when we were growing up.
Yes.
And so this generation is really benefiting, you know, from something really very magnificent like this. But then let's also understand one of these things here. What would you do if your parent has refused to pay for you and I want to come?
Okay, that's a good question.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, so your parent is willing to let you go, but they are not willing or they are not able to pay, right?
Yes.
Okay, so like I said, let's talk. You know, let's talk. And we've had some of such teenagers, even at our own branch in Mukono. Yeah, but let's talk, because if there is the willingness, but maybe for one reason or the other, the parent is unable to raise the entire amount. Again, like I said, let's talk. We can work out something.
Okay, let's talk.
Now let them reach out. But in each circular dialogue, most important, and this is what I was telling some of our teenagers yesterday, we need to learn to trust God, because some of them were coming to me and were saying, Papio, I'm not coming to your camp. I'm like, first of all, it's not my camp, it's your camp. I'm like, okay, why aren't you coming? Like, now lawanze nonyaza fees ateka tongamba camp. And I'm like, you know what, yes, I hear you, but I think this is where you need to have a little bit of faith in God and trust God. As long as you really want to come for this camp, trust God that is going to provide. You know, you don't have to look up to me to provide for you or Lasio, but trust in God that is going to provide for you. And God does make wonders. So me, I'll tell that teenager out there, number one, trust God. As long as you are willing and you really want to be part of the camp, trust God. And then, let's see how the days move. You know, you never know how God can come through for you.
Wow.
Yeah, these are small monies, you know. Yeah.
Well, Papio, there is someone who's watching us, and Baga baby camp will be holding deco for a long time. What do you think their child is going to miss out when they don't attend?
Yeah, so this camp is unlike any other, and not just not because it's us, you know, organizing the camp or it's Christ's Heart, but okay, partly it's because it's Christ's Heart. You know, we do things excellently. We pay attention to detail. We look at a teenager as a holistic being. You know, yes, we are believers. We love the Lord. We spend a lot of time in prayer and fasting. But we know at the end of the day, it's not just prayer and fasting. These young people have other needs, and some of these needs are being attended to by the world, because the church has not given them that platform to express themselves, to ask certain questions, difficult questions. So as we are saying, you know, come spend a few days with us. Ask the difficult questions. Like we said earlier, they're going to be counselors on ground. Some kids, you know, because 10 to 11, you know, that's where the adolescent stage falls. Some are going through interesting body changes. They are wondering what's happening to me. They don't know who to ask. You know, our African parents are like, you can't ask them those questions. So we are making it possible for them to ask even questions about their bodies. You understand? So that's why we feel like it's very important for parents to try as much as possible to send their children, because their children are going to be attended to holistically. We are building their mental faculties. We are building their spiritual members. We are also building them as a people, their bodies as well. Remember I told you about aerobics. We are working out every other day. So we are looking at the kids and building them as a whole.
Mentally, emotionally, from physically, from also an entrepreneurial point of view.
Exactly.
Let's take a look at some of the questions that have come in here. If you have just joined us right about now, we do have Papio. Amanya, between Papio and Lasio. Well, question number 0 Msavinya Mkaga ana atano Mkaga okutoyingako in this discussion era eno camp jabatubulideko is very, very significant for our children and also you. But here is the first question, Papio. This one says, my children do have challenges with the cold. Will this affect them in their camping session?
Okay, the children have challenges with the cold. Yes. Thank you for that question. We are waking up early every morning to pray. So I think it's good that now we know exactly that some of the children have colds. And I think what I would advise the parent to do, number one, of course, pack for them warm clothing. Pack for them warm clothing. And a fleece, yes. Someone suggests a fleece.
Fleece kafana na kati ya
banange. Ka fleece kafana na kati ya Lasio.
It's
Mwanyi mwaze you're walking an encyclopedia kati ebigambo ebimukozesa.
Then it's a light blanket. It's a light blanket.
Yes. Very warm.
Yeah, so I pack for them warm clothing, but should that be not enough, I think we are a bit flexible. Some of them could be excused from the early morning, wake-ups. Yeah, we can figure out something, but I feel like warm clothing would be really enough for them. And if we are made to know earlier, we'll be looking out for such children.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the next question here. This one says, what is the picking point on that debt? Picking point.
Pick up from the camp?
Pick point. Pick up.
Yeah,
so 11. Right?
Yeah, so the pickup place. We are departing on January 4th. That will be a Sunday in the afternoon. So if you can drive your kid to Kampala Quality School in Kisasi, well and good. There will be somebody to receive the children. But if you're not, just have them come to any of our branches, the Christ Heart Church branches. We have so many branches across the country. Just drop them at any of our branches. We'll have coasters leaving from the branches to the venue. So you have options.
Okay. All right. This one says, thank you for the show. I'm enjoying. I also want a name. Okay. And then this one also says that I would like to know the feeding. How is their feeding? Because sometimes camps do a call out and kids end up eating only beans and posho throughout the camp.
Does you want to take that?
Security. Okay. Posho and beans isn't really as bad. It's just the trauma around the posho and beans because they've been having that for an entire year. But we're going to have balanced meals throughout. But of course, at the end of the day, they will have what's enough for them. Because this is a camp, we're training them as well to be disciplined and all. So they will have normal meals. Yes, by normal I mean they'll have a balanced meal. So we're not gonna, it's not a prison, okay? Where they only eat beans and posho. They'll have a balanced meal.
Okay.
Yeah. And if they're asking about chicken, there'll be some chicken as well.
What are their contacts to reach them in case I get the money?
You can reach out to me. My number is 0779.
Okay, linda konsoke njiwandike waneno so that noli na yajifune.
0779 20 66 20.
Kuweka ya Airtel.
Airtel ya solo jiwa somera.
Umanyi waberako namba ezo z'ogula naye nga yagaana okuyingira mu mutwe.
Yeah, so Airtel so tufunako eri 0757 864 395. Yeah, Pastor Maureen. Yeah, she's our coordinator.
Wow. Kale nga tukomyewo back in the conversation. Nalabye muina scripture created for good works. What is the backup to inspiration to get the scripture?
Created for good works. Fabio will add. We're God's creation. And
creation, the standards, the Lord's.
I think I should come for more of your interviews than the induction. Created for good works. As a person, I believe that our young people today are exposed to a lot of information. What that means is that they are being groomed based on the information they receive.
Yes.
And in as much as they have parents, the parents are not with them the entire time. So social media is training our children.
Yes.
They're learning all sorts of things on social media. And what that would mean is that they are being deviated away from the will of God or the purpose of God in their lives. So the camp comes in to try and remold them back into their original calling, what God called them to be. And it's also making sure that we are helping them become individuals that are working towards, fulfilling the will of the Lord in their lives, and also enhancing that gift, that talent that God has bestowed to them and planted in them. So at the end of the day, we want to groom them into the best individuals or versions of themselves they could ever be. So they're created for good works, and at the end of the day, the best way is to enhance whatever God has placed in them. So that is why the focus is on that particular scripture.
Yes, and if I may, so we are all created for a purpose. We are created to work.
Yes.
And if you read the Genesis in the beginning, you realize that God creates man and then immediately places them in a garden to till the garden, to work the garden. So now the question is, what are you working, you as an individual? What are you working? What are your works? When you evaluate your works, when you what are your works? Are your works good? Are your works bad? So first, the theme of the camp is created for good works, because we believe this is what gives our lives meaning at the end of the day. Because from the day you're born, you go through school, then after school, you're seeking out what to do as a person. Then before you know it, you're old, you're retiring, and then you're leaving this earth. So if I'm to summarize a person's life, basically you're born and prepared to do something with your life. Even in the secular world, you're born and prepared to do something with yourself. So the same up goes for us as believers. We were born, we were created to do something. So the question is what you're doing good or bad? So we want to prepare them. We want to make sure what they are doing is good for the world. The person that is breaking into people's houses. The person that is spreading promiscuity or these other bad vices. So that's why it is very, very, very important for us to be able to answer this question: what exactly are you doing? And if you can come to the camp, we'll be able to answer that question together, so that you're leaving the camp knowing that, I'm actually created to do good works. Let me go out and do the good works. And that's why our camp also is holistic, because we know you cannot do good works by praying 24/7 all your entire life. You'll not be a very good citizen. You understand? So
Martha says, yay, and Ndaba Roberts also says, well done, Pastor Arthur. Patience Nisiga Robert says, well done. Mirembe Nayagamba, well done, Papio and Lasio. But there is a parent wondering, after the day of pickup, Munava to say, we abazadde bakole batya?
On the day of arrival?
Departure.
So we are departing in the middle of the day, and it's a Sunday, to kind of make it a bit easy for parents. Those who want to pick their children from the venue, they'll be able to come over to the venue. Actually, the last day is a celebration Sunday. We'll be making, I know you didn't ask me this question, but let me pass this communication across. We'll be making 1 year officially as a teens ministry. We've been operating as teenagers because our church is predominantly young people, but we have a very visionary leader, Apostle Isaiah Mbuga, who sat down and recognized that, the future is now, it's not tomorrow. And the future are the young people. So we need to lay the focus on them. So this year we're officially recognized as a ministry, teens ministry, and our ministry as Christ Heart Church Ministries is built around the teenage focus. So we'll be celebrating 1 year with that official recognition. So on Sunday, that's our celebration Sunday. So immediately after the celebration, where we'll cut cake and all these other things, we'll be free to leave at will. We'll drop the children, those that cannot be picked, will be dropped back at the various pickup points that were initially picked up from, and that's the church branches. And this will be during the day. So we aim not to have all this done before dark. Yes.
You know, it's very mega to hear some of these things. But also, Papi, twaniyagadde okubanga tutegeera, in case someone is watching us and really want to sponsor or support you guys, what channels can they use?
Yes, we call out for all support. Some of our communities that we work in, I don't want to call them needy. They're not needy, but they need your support. They need your support. So if you're out there and you can support kids to come to the camp, they may not be your kids, but spiritually somehow they are your kids. So we are calling out for all support. Please send us the monies, the contributions, send us whatever support in kind, send us your prayers. We have numbers. One of them I've already shared and read out to you, where you can send some of your financial contributions. For Airtel, we have 0757 864 395. It's in the name of Maureen. Then the other one is 0779 20 66 20. You can also send money to that number.
Eleta manyachi manyi mwao.
Okay, kati esoka eya MTN, that's 0779 20 66 20. Eleta Martha Owundo.
Okay.
Then eyokubiri eleta Maureen Okorio.
Okay, that is really, really lovely. Omanyinga bwetu maliriza waniyagadde, what would be the encouragement you want to give people out there? Because I'm seeing 4th is this Sunday?
Yes.
And we have just a few days to go.
Yes, so we've talked about, we've said a lot of, words. But again, would like to encourage every parent, every teenager. I know some parents might still be a little bit doubtful. Some of you might not even be coming to Christ Heart. That may not be your church. But what we are doing in the camp is it's not a church targeting thing. This is a soul targeting thing. We are targeting the individuals, the young people. So if you have a young person, as much as may not belong to Christ Heart, please send them to us between the 4th of January and the 11th of January. We've talked about the various activities that are targeting their spirit man, their emotions, their mental faculties. So we are addressing the teenagers as a whole being. So that's why we're encouraging you. Please send them to us. Let us spend some time with them. And when they come back home, I don't promise that they're going to be doing all the work they've not been doing. But this is going to be a start to a journey that you'll be very proud to have begun and supported them to embark on.
Just before Lasio comes in, I also think it's time for parents to understand their children need to connect.
Yes.
Osanga abana boarding to boarding. Boarding yafuka prison. They don't know how to communicate with other kids or interact. But I'm very happy that campaign Jamutandi say again holistic. Spiritually, entrepreneurship, and also, in terms of health-wise. Lasio, how do you want to sign out?
Okay. I think I will end by saying that this camp is an opportunity I never had as a teenager.
Okay.
And for any teenager out there, please do not miss it. And for every parent, please send them to be mentored spiritually, mentally, physically. This is what they need. And that the world is a global village. Okay, the world is a global village. We interact with different people, we meet different people. It's an opportunity for them to network, but on the basis of the word of God, the fear of the Lord, and who they are becoming is greatly dependent on who they meet, who they engage with. And we are privileged and glad that it is Christ Heart organizing this, as Babio earlier mentioned, that we are deeply rooted in the word and their holistic growth. So please send them. As Papi earlier said as well, if the money is the issue, we can talk. And then make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to transform their lives and become the individual that God created them to be.
Wow.
Yes.
Nasembye kulaba mwakoze Christmas production banange talanta zabaddawo. And that was really incredible.
Yes.
How do you guys identify the talents of kids and you tell them, oh no I like agenda kubeera bwati nalabayo the Pastor Joy.
So it's a bit tegula kwewana naye Christ Heart is indeed blessed. It's a talent pool. Like everyone is talented in one thing or the other, and that's why we give we look at teenagers or young people as different, wonderful, created in the image of God, and they are individuals. We do not lump them, we do not group them. And if you look at a person as an individual, definitely God has deposited something in each one of them, and that's how you realize that each one of them is talented. Maybe one thing that we didn't mention, we will also be premiering, we will be not just premiering, but we've written a movie, a short movie, not drama, not theater, but a real movie, Hollywood quality. So we have the script ready, we have the actors ready, so we will be acting that at the camp, and then we'll be premiering it also as well at the camp. So we are venturing so much also into the media arts, because we know this is where the biggest voice is, and this is where the most young people get their content from. So we're also producing content, good content, because if you look out there, most of these teenagers are being fed by if you went randomly and checked online, looked for positive content for a young person, you'd hardly get any. But you get most of it from the secular world. So we're like, we as teenagers, we can produce content that is consumable by somebody that is living with purpose. Yeah, so one of the things we'll be doing there is we'll make a film, Hollywood quality film.
Hollywood quality.
Yes, better than even Hollywood. So too serious kubyatukola tetuze kuzanya.
Temuza kuzanya mawulira ddala muze n'amaanyi. There is a chance, what I feel is a bit, something is like, mwamba organizezeyo January, mukoleyo kuneka media ako. Tukoleko evaluation oba abaana biki bye because a whole year ndoza bagamba kale next year, then next year, maybe end of year. I think you guys need to think of maybe a mid-term, camp, just kubanga
that's a very good suggestion, and this is just the beginning of what we are yet to do. And I think in our roadmap, we are definitely thinking about having this more frequently, but again well timed, like I said, where people are not in between figuring out if guys will a good day, a second term or but yes, definitely we are thinking about so much.
Wow, nsinaga kubanga mbasema mwebale kujja ku Sunrise Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Ani mulaliyo. Okay.
Mamiyo jali Matthew uli waliyo atulaba.
Gamunamu enigane miyo
yo na yali wano.
Musoke mulinde ko nozo ko itali uba koleka approve. But well friends, this is all the time we had today. Abana mu batwale mu camp, Discipleship Youth Camp etegekeddwa. Abana tulekerawo, not knowing where they get this information. I mean, kids are surfing on the internet. They're trying to find who they are. They're suffering from identity crisis. Where can they get skilled? What kind of network can they be a part of? And I believe you can be a part of this great camp as a parent. Come. Let's talk. Let's talk another door for you, for your child. And you're wondering how you can do it. Use the numbers to call them up, because our kids need to be trained in the most rightful way. Yes, one of the number is MTN. It is 0779 20 66 20. Airtel is 075786439. Abana leka tubatwale babasomese ate bana bakuddayo ku ssomero. And you as a parent, you can never do everything. Sometimes there must be people that have to speak in the life of your child. What is Sikwerekereza here and now? And well, to you, Regan Rukundo, thank you, Nakawie Vonita, as well as Vincent Adipio, for making this show very, very successful. Coming up up is the prayer gets. We do have Prophet Dennis Olila musindike prayer request, but Salide is a kubango child believing a God for a miracle before the year ends. It's very, very possible. Stay tuned on Promise TV. See you tomorrow. We'll be right back.